What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to the top 5 teams to manage. Today we are going to be doing the top 5 teams in England, a variety of teams from across the English football pyramid. Hopefully you do enjoy this. Of course, you can check the series playlist down below that includes stuff like the top 5 teams in Europe to manage. Hopefully you enjoyed this one as much as you enjoyed that one. If you do, of course, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's get into this. So guys, coming in at number 5, we have a club that I'm sure many of you are all too aware of, and many of you perhaps have your eye on managing this year. Of course, Bolton Wanderers in League 1. Let's have a quick look at the league table here. You can see they sit bottom of the table, 23rd place on minus 12 points. Of course, a few clubs in League 1 with well-documented financial issues. Bolton, one such side, and despite some late additions ahead of deadline day, they still lack quite significantly across the board, and it is going to be a very tall order to achieve success with them. Tipped and, comfortable favourites, as you can imagine, for relegation. The side has now got a degree of stability, a platform to build off perhaps, and it's going to be your job as manager to springboard this club, hopefully to League 1 safety in your first year, or, failing that, I guess, I imagine you'd get another chance at League 2 to really make things happen. You can see here their big player, Liam Bridcut. Real talent, to be honest, the Scottish international in the centre of midfield. Of course, on loan, as you can see here, from Nottingham Forest, only for the first half of the season, so a short-term solution. And, that's kind of the issue here at Bolton. Not a massive amount of money to spend. In terms of the finances, you have £0 to spend. Nothing. You do have £3,000 on the wages, so perhaps a little bit there. But this Premier League side, who have been in free fall in recent years, have a massive, massive challenge ahead of them. I imagine they're going to be the most popular team to manage this year in England, outside of perhaps the top flight, and I think it's with pretty good reason. Bolton Wanderers here at number 5, a particularly attractive prospect. Coming in at number 4, guys, in this top 5 countdown, perhaps the most questionable of the lot, but let me sell you on this club. Cambridge United, a team who, let's be honest, they don't have the richest of histories when it comes to England, but in recent years they've been through, shall we say, turbulent times over the last couple of decades. You can see here, promoted, of course, into League 1 at the turn of the millennium. Following on from that, they were demoted a number of times, all the way down to the Vanarama National League, where it wasn't the easiest route back. You can see a number of years of finishing second and losing in the playoffs, eventually getting promoted back to League 2 from the Vanarama National League in 2014. And then, over the last 5 years, things just haven't really gone to plan. Last year was their worst finish since their return to the Football League, narrowly avoiding the drop and finishing 21st. Yes, this is a club that has kind of stagnated in League 2, a team that needs a fresh lick of paint, perhaps. You can see here it's a young squad. There is some very, very good young players in their ranks, and some players who, to be honest, for this level, hold some kind of good value that you could definitely move around if you really wanted to. But a lot of these in their early to mid-20s, I think players you can build around and quite comfortably get promoted to League 1 with a little bit of development. The reason that I've got them in this countdown, however, is just the money that you have to spend. When taking over Cambridge United, you're going to have not the biggest transfer budget of £10,000, but with over £5,000 excess wage budget, there's plenty of money per week to be spent on players, and I think the £5,500 that you get in the kitty is more than enough to bring in 2 or 3 really top quality League 2 players to drastically make a difference. Not an easy save by any means, definitely a more challenging one. Their prediction is a mid-table finish. I think it's not out of the question to target that promotion into League 1 in the first year, if you dare. Of course, League 2 traditionally a very, very competitive league. You can see here 18-1 to make it out. That is going to be the challenge. Rolls is one of their standout players, one of the best players in League 2 on loan from Tottenham. With him in the centre to build around, I feel like Cambridge just present a very exciting, unique and particularly challenging opportunity here in the 4th tier of England. Coming in at number 3, guys, we have Leeds United, a club in their centenary year. Yes, 100 seasons of Leeds United. They've kind of been better than the last few, featuring in a relatively high-profile TV series last year under Marcelo Bielsa. Leeds United came so close yet so far, crashing out of the playoffs. A team who, many will associate with the Premier League, but in recent years they found themselves languishing down in the Championship. You can see 3rd place last year, narrowly missing out out on the automatic promotion spots, but they are a club ready to bounce back. They've got big expectations. The challenge really, succeeding Bielsa, is going to be massive. If we just look at the Championship, you can see, looking at the season preview, they are predicted to finish second in the league behind only Fulham. In terms of players, two players to definitely keep an eye out on. The first here, Jamie Shackleton, the 19-year-old centre mid, a star player in the making. Tremendous mentals, great physicals as well. A playmaker who you can really make the heartbeat of this team. And looking slightly further down the team, they have another player who I think is going to be very interesting this year, Nohan Kene. He is a 16-year-old player, already playing for the England under-21 setup. Another very exciting player, potentially another centre midfielder to play alongside Shackleton if you want to pursue an English core. But Leeds United, a big club, one that I'm sure lots of you are familiar with. Maybe you've done a save with them before. I did do a save with them last year, which I enjoyed massively. And their talent does extend beyond the two players we've covered here. Players like Calvin Phillips, another tremendous young English talent. Leeds United, so close to the promised land. Try and be the man to take them there. Coming in at number 2, guys, we have Watford. Yes, a Premier Division side in this countdown. A team who, well, let's be honest, this year have kind of had a season to forget. They are struggling massively this year. And, well, can you do better? Of course, Sanchez Flores has come into the side recently to take over the helm. Things have been a little bit better at Watford, haven't they? Of course, promoted back to the Premier League a few years ago, yet to break into that top half and struggling now more than ever. They had a very interesting team, a team with some exciting young players, the likes of Chalobah and Will Hughes, whilst now in their early 20s as opposed to being the wonder kids they were a few years ago, are definitely exciting players to build around. You have enforcers like Decore and Deeney in this team, the flair of Deulofeu. They're a club who I feel like you can establish as a Premier League team. They should be doing better than they are currently doing. And that's going to be the big challenge here. I feel like they lack a little bit in the defensive department. In recent years, Watford have actually spent more on sacking head coaches than they have on bolstering their defence. And I think that kind of shows. So that's the obvious area for early improvement. First season, you are going to have £15 million in the transfer kitty. Not a whole lot when it comes to wages, unfortunately. And the squad is ageing a little bit. When you look at it here, lots of players entering their late 20s. Players who are perhaps in their prime now, but won't be for much longer. Potential rebuild on the cards if you want to go down that route, but there's still plenty to get out of this team. That is going to be your challenge. Lots of different styles to play, including potentially a free at the back, which they've been kind of linked with and used a lot over recent seasons, which is something that I would recommend giving a go if you want to experiment. If you're looking for a challenging early save to get your teeth into with FM20, Watford might be that team if you don't want to take over one of the big dogs. And finally, guys, in at number 1. A team that you might have suspected would be somewhere in this list. Whether or not you thought they'd be at number 1, I guess, is a slightly different question. We have Sunderland. A huge club. A club who, by all accounts, should have got promoted last year. Should have done better last year. Of course, you can see here in the leasing.com trophy, they finished runners-up at Wembley, going all the way to the final, only to fail. And, well, they only went to Wembley again a couple of months later for the playoffs to do the exact same thing. Yes, this is a club with a tremendous fan base, some pretty good money to spend, but a team who things have definitely looked better for. They've gone through a new manager already this year. A change of direction is needed. And maybe you're the person to bring that to them. Their success is expected. The expectations are going to be high. A team that with a couple of good years, I could definitely see you making it into the Premier League with back-to-back promotions. Comfortable favourites for promotion. Some very good young players in their ranks. A team who, if you didn't manage last year, definitely recommend giving a go this year while this challenge still persists. I feel like there's only so many years that Sunderland can be down in this division. Although, as we know with League One, it's notorious. There's been teams from the top leagues get stuck down in this division. You only have to ask the likes of Portsmouth, Southampton, even going far back, the likes of Leeds United as well. But still, it's Sunderland. You're going to have some money to spend. You're going to be a big fish in a small pond. If you want a series or a save that's going to last you maybe 5 seasons, this could be a particularly interesting one. Definitely recommend giving them a look. And yeah, for that reason, they do come in at number 1. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what team in England you're going to be managing come the FM20 beta down below. If you've enjoyed this video, do drop a like on it. It is massively, massively appreciated. I'll see you again soon. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.